Picture Manchester in the early 19th century, a booming industrial city with no member of parliament to represent its people. Cotton mills were spinning, the streets were swelling, and the corn laws were squeezing the working class until their bread cost nearly as much as their rent. Into this mix came reformers, ordinary men and women who believed that if they were good enough to fight in Britain's wars, or to work themselves into an early grave in the mills, they were good enough to cast a vote. On 16th August 1819, they gathered in St. Peter's Fields, tens of thousands of them. Families dressed in their Sunday best, banners raised, bands playing, the air thick not with revolution but with determination. Their hero of the day was Henry Orator Hunt, a speaker known for his booming voice and even louder ideas. Universal male suffrage, annual parliaments, secret ballots. Radical stuff for the time, but expressed in peaceful, almost festival-like fashion. Then came the magistrates twitching with paranoia. They read the Riot Act, though hardly anyone in that vast crowd could hear it, and sent in the Manchester and Salford Yeomanry Cavalry. These weren't hardened soldiers, but local volunteers, the sort of men who looked more at home with a whip in one hand and a brandy in the other. With sabers drawn, they charged into the crowd, hacking and slashing. Panic erupted. Women, children, and men alike were trampled, cut down, or crushed in the chaos. The result was carnage. At least 15 dead, perhaps more depending on which account you trust, and hundreds maimed. The first victim was a 2-year-old boy, William Fildes, thrown from his mother's arms. Others, like John Ashton, carried banners that later became his epitaph, murdered at Peterloo. The irony of the name Peterloo itself wasn't lost at the time. Journalists compared it to Waterloo, except here the enemy was not Napoleon's army, but Britain's own people. And the government's reaction? Not apology, not reform, but repression. The magistrates were praised, the yeomanry absolved, and the infamous 6 Acts were passed, clamping down on press freedom and public gatherings. Reformers like Hunt were jailed for sedition. Yet the story did not end in defeat. The outrage of Peterloo echoed through the decades, feeding the fire that eventually brought about the Great Reform Act of 1832 and, slowly but surely, a widening of democracy. The wisdom of Peterloo lies in its contradiction, a peaceful call for representation answered with violence, but whose memory became a weapon sharper than any saber. It reminds us that history isn't just about dates and deaths. It's about people insisting on dignity, even when it costs them dearly. And it's a caution, too. Whenever someone tries to rewrite or soften such events, we must remember that real people bled in St. Peter's Fields, so that voices like ours might one day be heard.